The imperative for presidential acknowledgement and national unity introduction. The office of the President of the Republic carries a solemn responsibility to serve as the unifying figure for all citizens, respecting the diverse histories and aspirations that constitute the nation. When a sitting president appears to deny or diminish the historical realities or political achievements of significant regions within the country, it fundamentally undermines the foundational trust required for national cohesion. Recent tensions surrounding the recognition of electoral milestones in constituent federal member states, specifically Somaliland and Puntland, highlight a critical lapse in this unifying mandate, prompting the necessary debate on whether President Hassan owes the nation an apology for these perceived historical denials. Denial of regional historical realities. A republic is built upon the aggregation of its constituent parts. To deny the distinct historical trajectories of regions within the republic is to erase the identity of a segment of the population the president is sworn to protect. If President Hassan has, through statements or policy, neglected to acknowledge the unique historical contexts or the struggles that have shaped regions like Somaliland or Puntland, this constitutes a significant political misstep. Such denial is not merely a factual error, it is an act of political alienation. For regions that possess long-established administrative histories or unique political development paths, official governmental recognition of these narratives is crucial for fostering a sense of belonging within the broader federal structure. The president, as the head of state, must embody a commitment to a holistic national history that encompasses all geographies and peoples. The contested electoral milestones. The controversy deepens when examining the reception of significant political events, particularly landmark elections. The assertion that historic achievements, such as the one-person, one-vote elections conducted in Somaliland, are not recognized as victories for its people by the national leadership is profoundly destabilizing. Somaliland's consistent commitment to democratic processes, despite its contested international status, represents a significant political achievement within the broader Somali political landscape. When the central government fails to acknowledge such demonstrations of democratic aspiration, it sends a clear message that political progress in certain regions is viewed with suspicion rather than celebrated as a contribution to the national political maturation. Similarly, the report that Puntland does not recognize its own one-person, one-vote elections as a victory for its people, often linked to dissatisfaction with the national framework or the resulting political outcomes, requires careful presidential engagement. The president's role should be to mediate, validate legitimate concerns, and integrate these regional processes into the national dialogue, not to dismiss or overshadow them. A failure to appropriately address these achievements implies that the central authority seeks to define political success solely through its own lens, rather than valuing democratic milestones achieved under varied political realities across the federal structure. The obligation of the presidential office. The oath taken by President Hassan binds him to uphold the Constitution and serve the Republic. This office is fundamentally super-regional. When addressing sensitive historical or political issues, the president must prioritize reconciliation and affirmation over partisan or centralizing narratives. An apology, in this context, is not necessarily an admission of guilt over a specific action, but a necessary act of political humility and a gesture toward national healing. It signals a recognition that the historical narrative must be inclusive and that the political efforts of all member states deserve affirmation from the highest office. Refusing to acknowledge demonstrated regional achievements creates an environment where grievances fester, making future cooperation increasingly difficult. Acknowledging past failures and recognition allows the administration to build a foundation of trust essential for navigating complex political transitions and achieving long-term stability. Conclusion. The path to durable peace and unified governance in a diverse republic necessitates that its leader validates the historical and political struggles of all its components. President Hassan's tenure is marked by the challenge of bridging deep divisions. If perceptions persist that his administration has denied the historical significance of regional developments or dismissed demonstrable electoral victories in places like Somaliland and Puntland, an explicit act of acknowledgement is required. An apology, framed as a commitment to comprehensive national recognition, would serve to reaffirm his role as the president of the entire republic, honoring the sacrifices and achievements that define the nation's complex identity.